guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and today I'm taking a look at what is probably the most important Baselworld release, the brand new Rolex Sea-Dweller with the all-new red print on the dial and Cyclops. So now we're going to take it on the pad and I can get you guys a closer look at this watch. Okay guys, here's the watch in greater detail, and right off the bat I'm going to go off of its 43mm case. So this watch's case was actually increased in size from the old model by a little bit, but I don't mind it personally. I think 43mm is still a good size. You will notice it on the wrist shot later when I wear it, but it still is a good size. So with it also is actually quite thick, but the thickness I'd say is mainly on the case back where it kind of pops out, but that actually wears pretty low on the wrist, and you'll see that later in the wrist shot. But the case is made out of Rolex's proprietary 904L stainless steel, which is very, very high quality steel. I'd say it looks better than normal, like say 316L. I'd say it glistens a lot better in the light, and you can just see the reflections off the bracelet. They're very, very good look. And when paired with Rolex's fantastic brushing, it really, really pops. So you also have a mixture of polished edges on this. For instance, the sides of the bracelet are polished, and both sides of the cases are polished through the crown guards. So I really like the mixture of sides. It just provides a good look. I think designed very well. It's pretty much the same design as the old Submariner sorry, not the old Sea-Dweller on the case, and with that you get a helium release valve, and what that is for, if you're not familiar with it, is when you go to really deep depths, you have to do saturation diving. So you go in a diving bell breathe in a mixture of gases where the pressure slowly increases as you go deeper and deeper in order to make it so there isn't a pressure shock to your body and you can actually die from that. So it really is a lifesaver. And what the helium release valve is for is when you go back up and the pressure is released, there's a major pressure differential inside the watch case from outside. So what that does is it allows the air to escape from inside the case so the crystal doesn't actually pop off, which would happen if you didn't have a valve. So now just going on to the bracelet again. The bracelet's extremely comfortable. It's their standard oyster bracelet, same link style, same everything. It also though includes the diver's extension, so if you have a very thick wet or dry suit, it can then extend over that, in addition to the same glide lock system as the Submariner, where you pop it down and then you can push it back and forth and then just pop it back up. So yeah, very, very well made bracelet, extremely comfortable, really like it. So now I'm going to go over the bezel and dials. So first I'll start off with the bezel. So the bezel has a ceramic insert and then Rolex stainless steel on the outside. So now they do their standard bezel edging on this, which is very good, very, very grippy. Really, really good job with that edging. Extremely grippy with gloves on or without gloves. Very good job. The action is also exquisite. I'd say it's the best diver's bezel action out of any watch, just as the same as the Submariner. It provides a nice click and very, very smooth. And I really like when diver's bezels are smooth. I don't want them to be super choppy. So now going on to the dial. So the main changes to the dial, actually, and crystal, are the red lettering down there, where you can see it, where it says Sea-Dweller, and then the Cyclops was an added addition from the old Sea-Dweller. So now the reason they did that is old vintage Sea-Dwellers actually used to have the red lettering there, and they would have a Cyclops. So they wanted to kind of harken back to that, and this was the Sea-Dweller's major anniversary at Baselworld, so they really wanted to do something special with it, and I think they knocked it out of the park. They really harkened back to the original and did a very fine job at it. So now we're going to move on to a wrist shot. So this watch is extremely comfortable, like all Rolexes. Very, very, very good on the wrist. I'd say it is a heavier watch, but I'd say they didn't overdo it. It's not like a solid gold Rolex where it just, like, you could lift weights with it. It is quite hefty though, so if you don't want a super heavy watch, I don't know, maybe don't go with this, but I'd say could easily look past the weight if it was an issue for me, and because this watch is very, very special, and if you can't get one on your hands, which is actually very hard, I'd take that opportunity. So yeah, very good. The 43mm, you can see it is quite large, but I'd say it still is within the range range of acceptability for size. The thickness, yeah, as I said, it does sit kind of lower. It actually isn't, it's not that thick, because a lot of thickness is on the case back, and that kind of sinks into your wrist a bit, so it actually doesn't wear it quite thick, but it is thicker than a Submariner for sure. So overall, this watch is made extremely well. I really like what they did with it, and it's $11,350, so I'd say that actually isn't that bad. For what you're getting iconic Rolex styling at a reasonable price point for, again, what you're getting. You're getting the new Rolex movement with a 3-day power reserve, which is perfect in my mind. And yeah, you're just getting over a Rolex quality. I love the quality of sports watches. They all do them very, very well. So this watch was graciously provided by Wixon Jewelers. I'd just like to give them a bit of a shout out as they happened to lend this to us. So yeah, to review. So thank you for watching this video. Remember to check out our other videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.